But you know what's awesome? We have an incredible band on the air. We have the one and only Nocteris. We have Samantha, Matt, and Victor from Nocteris. What is up, family?
What's going
on, man?
Dude, I am excited to talk to you guys. You guys have been working so dang hard online. I swear, I can't go on Instagram without seeing something about Nocteris. You know, it's either Samantha doing an awesome promo video, or you guys all doing like a video or just a live video. But you know what? In this day and age, it's nice to see the hunger in bands still, because I could tell that you guys like really want it, and that you guys are really putting a lot of work in this. You know, and I'm not gonna lie, you guys all kind of match. You guys all kind of look like you guys belong in a band. You know,
it's a good first start.
Appreciate the kind words. We're definitely putting in the effort and see how far it can take us. So yeah.
Well, okay. So
I did.
all right. So first things first. All right. Who in the band reached out to everybody to start a band? Was it a Craigslist band? Did you guys already know each other? And also, set up a second parter. What does Nocteris mean?
So I started Nocteris.
Nocteris.
Nocteris early in 2024 with a friend of mine who was in another band that dissolved. Kevin, him and I were writing music, and we just kind of started reaching out, and Victor responded to a Craigslist ad, and we started jamming, and then Sam, fell in very shortly after that. And we spent a good, how long do you think? Like a year just to perfect everything, get the sound ready before we were show ready. And, here we are. We're finally, hitting the ground running. We're working really, really hard. And we couldn't be more excited. And to be honest, this is the best band I've been in. Everybody's like, we get along super well. It's just an amazing chemistry that I wouldn't replace for the world.
That is freaking awesome. So how after you guys perfected the sound, how did you guys get in contact with Samantha?
I think we had an ad out for vocalists, and then Sam responded pretty quickly, and then we had an audition. I re-recorded a Dimmu Borgir song for an audition.
Which one? I'm a massive fan.
It was Spellbound. It was Spellbound
by the devil.
It was before the beret days.
So to kind of like add on to that, there was a Craigslist ad for a vocalist, but I think I reached out to you directly. I'm not sure, because I remember your band Thirsting Altar, and I was like, oh, they have a solid singer, but I didn't really see a lot of activity from you guys.
Yeah.
So I might have reached out. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah. It could have even been both, because I do some trolling on Craigslist.
Yeah.
Sure, every now and then some gold comes out. You got to sift.
She found us on Misconnections.
She swiped right.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, and we did too. So now here we are. But yeah, Nocteris is actually it's kind of a play on words. There's a species of bat. Like the last part of the name is like Nycteris, and then I was like, I just replaced the Y with an O, and then that's how we landed on that. And it was like a unanimous decision that Nocteris. It's easy to say. We can build Nocteris. A nice legible logo around that, and
we were thinking about like what would be easy to read and say, because I mean, we can go the traditional route and make our logo look like a thorn bush or, like something very erratic, but we're like, Nocteris kind of has a really cool like logo to it. And we try to make it legible. I know it kind of breaks the rules sometimes, but that was kind of like the marketing and aspect behind it. So.
Right.
No, I think that's smart, dude. You know what I mean? I know there's certain trends and all that, but I think that just falls under certain genres, Like when you see Dimmu Borgir, you can read Dimmu Borgir. They don't use any crazy fonts or anything. And there's a lot. I mean, Bathory, it just says Bathory. You know what I mean? Death just says Death. So you know what I mean? I almost feel like sometimes that's like a newer style of like black metal. But a lot of the old guys, I mean, Dimmu Borgir back in the day looked kind of weird.
Yeah. It looked like a castle, actually. The old logo from back in the day. Yeah. Actually, I think that's what it means. I think it means Dark Castle, right? Dimmu Borgir.
It's Icelandic. It's like a land formation. It's like dark cathedral, dark fortress, whatever. Like in Iceland, there's this whole land formation called the Dimmuborgir. That's where they got their name from. And it's. I mean, if you go there, I've been to the Dimmuborgir in Iceland, and it's really, really cool.
Looks like a go for it.
You know what's crazy is that Selenos was the first person to ever give me my big break in radio.
Really?
Yeah. So Selenos let me interview him almost 7 years ago because like I grew up on Dimmu Borgir. I used to write 666 in my binders, and I've been spellbound by the devil and like Kings of the Carnival Creation and all those amazing songs. But you know, you were talking about how you recorded Spellbound. So did you have Samantha like lay down like the shaggrass right over the Spellbound that you had recorded, or how did you guys? Because you know, like what it sounds like is like, you know, Victor and Matt, you guys had like a specific vision to getting the sound down. Like was there like a conversation about how like the lyrics and the structuring was going to go, or was it kind of like Samantha, you have free reign? Like how'd that go?
Yeah, it was more or less a live audition. So we didn't do any recording. I recorded the guitars. I programmed all the orchestra and the drums and all that. So basically, I re-recorded their track at home and bass, and just kind of submitted that as a audition track for Samantha. And she came in and nailed it. And I'm like, you know what? Sold.
Yeah. And then I remember you guys were like, you want to meet in a week and write lyrics to this song?
Yep.
And then I was like, let's do it.
Yep. And that was Fleshbound
Devotion. That was the first song I wrote lyrics.
So how long have you been in the band now, Samantha?
I mean, I looked the other day. It was June. It couldn't have been last year. Okay. What is 2026? I'm still getting used to that. Yeah. It must have been like the audition was like June 2024.
I think it was.
Yeah.
Time is flying. So
yeah.
Yep. There were a couple of member hurdles we had to get over, but it's just kind of figuring out a lot of different things before we really wanted to commit to being completely ready for live shows.
Yeah, we took our time with this because we've all had past projects and we all brought like our collective experience, and like, if we're going to do this, we're going to play chess, right? We don't want to play checkers when we're going out there. We want to like make sure that we play the right shows, make sure that we're marketing ourselves right, make sure that our live show is like solid. So, when we get out there, it's not going to be like, that much. It's always going to be a struggle, but we want to make sure that we come across like we are professional, and we've been doing this for a while, and that way we can get the ball rolling a lot faster, so we can get that going for us. So
right.
Plus, just like doing all the recording, like doing everything ourselves and by ourselves, like you're recording and mixing and mastering a lot of the shit.
Learning the material,
writing the lyrics and having them be, the way we want them to be. It's been a process for sure.
No, I love it. I love it. In a huge competitive scene where there's thousands of bands, thousands of EPs, thousands of albums coming out, insane amount of tours, all these labels and self-production and yada yada yada. Like what's something that you guys want to do different in your guys' band? Like something different that would set you apart. Like what's something that you guys want to like what's your goal with this, and what's your goal to like reach out to people, what if a new fan is listening to you guys, what stands out about you guys?
If I could take this, a couple of things. I really want to have emphasis on our live shows. I want to create a show for our fans that they're going to remember us, whether that be our chemistry on stage, the energy that we're bringing. We're programming lights and special effects on for the stage. I want to have all of that be memorable for fans, and just be wired tight and just have an overall enjoyable experience. And we're seeing that, and you can feel it on stage too, when people are really engaged, like you feel that return of energy. And I think that's something that, I'm becoming addicted to, and I want to have all the hard work that we put in, people know and experience that, and have that as a takeaway from, Nocteris.
We want to bring like the theatrics back, like King Diamond, just kind of like some of the, obviously like we're not there yet budget wise, but like, just when you come and see us, it's more of an experience rather than just seeing a bunch of, normies on stage and stuff, right? We kind of want to bring that atmosphere and like, just kind of like that experience, really, right? So like I grew up a lot on like, Merciful Fate and like Alice Cooper and some of the stuff that Demu and Cradle does, and just kind of want to continue that tradition.
Right.
No, I love that, dude. Well, sorry, were you going to say something, Samantha?
I mean, yes, that. Also, I feel like just, for me, just even like the way I've approached lyrics as we've like cemented and gotten a clearer vision on who we are and how we gel together as a band. I feel like in the first EP, I know we talked about this a lot, where like in the first EP, I was, kind of like leaning more into sort of traditionally what you see in some of these like symphonic black metal bands, where it was like, all right, stories about these mythical beings, and I was still like kind of relating it to human struggles. But then I feel like the turning point was when we wrote Medusa and recorded that and wrote the lyrics for that, and that song was a more powerful one because it was like around my own personal experiences, and it was still interweaving obviously with the mythology. But ever since then, and our latest releases including Spellbreaker and things like that, I feel like I finally like broken down my wall a little bit, it's sometimes it's easier to tell stories through other things when it's like, all right, no, I have to talk about my own shitty experiences and still make it like fun and black metal. But I feel like you guys helped push me more in that direction, and it's come out more authentic.
I think like the full circle moment really was when, we were driving home from wherever we were going, and we were talking about like, your current experience with just life. And I'm like, Sam, you need a Spellbreaker.
It's literally what like,
felt like a curse,
Yeah, especially with cars. Like, don't even get me started. I've had like, my wife and I have had like three cars in a row that within like a year had engine failure, and just like was like just having like just like and that's just like one aspect of it. And maybe we'll get into this later, but I was talking to Matt about it we might have even been riding back from rehearsal, and you were like, yeah dude, you got to hire a Spellbreaker. And I was like, bing,
bing. And that was it.
Yeah.
It's like the marriage of like personal experience and high fantasy just rolled into one.
Yeah.
Well, what's cool is that like, you guys talking about that is talking about like it coming full circle, and now it's coming out more naturally.
100%.
You know what I mean? So I think that's super cool, and I think it's cool that you guys are taking your time and doing that, and that way you're not like selling yourselves short when you do have ideas and go up there, and also you're not gaslighting yourselves or being half-ass, So no, I think that's super important, and I also think that's great that like you guys support your singer.
Oh, absolutely. No.
I've been in a band with my friend Rusty for like 8 years, and he's like, I still don't even know what Omar sings about. I'm like, you never ask, but but when I see in your guys' band, I love that you guys have that chemistry with each other, man, and that's so important. And I also think that it's great that Victor and Matt, that you guys took a year for working on your sound, because it's like what if you're a band and you just give off the wrong impression the first time? It's like, how are you going to tell people?
Exactly right.
And I've done that too, man. Like honestly, I might go home and take your advice and be like, all right, guys, we're gonna practice for 6 months. We can't just say yes to everything.
Yeah.
Right.
I think when me and Matt, because Matt was in another band and he asked me to join that band, but it just wasn't really my thing. I just wanted to play something more aggressive, a little harder. And then when he gave me a demo, which one was it? It was Fleshbound, right? I think you gave me Fleshbound.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is it. This is what I've been fucking looking for ever since. Because I grew up in LA, and I did the LA.
Oh yeah, and by the way, I didn't tell you, watch the F bomb. We're on FM. Okay, go continue.
Sorry about that.
There you go.
But yeah, I grew up in the LA music scene and I did that whole thing for about 20 years. And I came up here to kind of live a more slower pace of life, but I still had that hunger to play and just trying to find the right project. And when he approached me with some of the stuff that he wrote that was very reminiscent of like, Demu and Cradle, and I was like, this is it. This is what I've been looking for. And so we kind of just, it snowballed from there. Basically, we had a mutual vision, and we just kind of ran with it. And then when we tried out Sam, it was like that missing piece in the puzzle, and it's just been. We don't really fight at all when it comes to our creative processes. We're not like, it's been very mutual and
it's collaborative. In every sense. I'm like, in terms of like the instrumental side and then like the orchestral stuff, like I'm the architect of that. But then after I submit an idea or a full length, Victor takes it and he makes that his own. And then Sam, she's writing independently, and I've had no complaints ever. It's
we always pull our weight.
Yeah, it's like we all pull our weight, and then you said, Omar, like, you support your singer. I feel like that's great, but like we all support each other, right? Because it's like we will all like pitch the different ideas to each other. If you put up a track, maybe Victor and I will tell you what we like, what we don't like. And then if you add a drum part, like everyone's like, and if I write lyrics, we're all very like open to being able to like give feedback to and be like, maybe try this instead.
It's never personal.
Yeah, never. And it's like, sometimes you might not even realize until we're recording vocals or whatever it is, like, oh, this part actually doesn't work anymore. And like, it's really nice to be flexible, to be like, okay, well, let's just rewrite that part and now make it work.
It's nice to have a singer who's a team player.
I like it. Before we play Spellbreaker, like what's some of your guys' goals this year? And like what like, I know because you guys are in the Portland area, right? Or Washington area?
Yeah, Portland.
Yeah, so what's kind of cool about Portland is that if you go up, there's Washington. You go one way, there's the coast. You go one way, there's Nevada. You go down, there's California. What are your guys' goals that you guys want to accomplish for this year and pushing into next?
So we're attacking things at a lot of different angles, namely the interview podcast circuit, YouTube and stuff, social media. Getting our name out there on traditional radio, I think, is really important. And it helps build community, which I think we're very passionate about. Outside of like the social media online presence, we're really hammering it with making contacts in other states and not oversaturating our presence in one area. So, doing quarterly shows in like Portland, I think is, in terms of like a marketing idea, I think it's really important. We have Spokane in June. I would like to lock one in outside of the state before June 20th in Spokane. And then we have the Funhouse August 1st with Villains in Vain and a couple of other bands, which we're very, very excited about. You want to jump in?
Yeah, so Portland is our hub, right? We're so basically just kind of, pay our dues. We're a new band, and there's a long established history of music here in Portland, especially within the, metal and black metal communities and stuff. I don't want to step on people's toes, but, I want to be able to break into it and, still build a foundation here and be part of this community. But we also want to look outside of that. We don't want to just be stuck in a local bubble. We want to play out of state. We want to play, international, maybe Mexico, maybe the UK, maybe Canada or something. It's like wherever, as far as we can take this is pretty much what we're trying to do, but have fun at the same time. Like, it is a job, and there is, a level of ethics that needs to be, diligence and whatnot, but like also just have fun with it, because like if you're not having fun, it's not worth it, to be honest.
Yeah.
No, I 100% agree, and I love the way you guys are tackling it. You guys are super smart. Honestly, after I do this, I don't think I'm going to book my band any more shows. I think I'm just gonna. I guess I get
Go
that
ahead, man.
sound.
Keep going.
Oh yeah, no, but you know what? I like what you and Matt did, taking that year to solidify. You know, so it's like, and it's important too because it's like sometimes you can write a song in the first month, and 9 months down the road, you think you want to change a section that makes the whole song better, or a chorus, or cut out a part. It's insane because like, you know, once you write a song and you play it live, it's like it's almost done. You know.
Yeah.
So like, I think it's cool that you guys were able to like sit back and look back and really work as a team. You know.
Thank you.
And also, you know, it's like not just, you know, getting the songs down and figuring out our sound. There's a lot of like, you know, behind the scenes technical things that we, you know, needed to, you know, make sure, because we're all wireless, you know, we're wireless guitars now. Everybody's on a click. We got these backing tracks, we got these lights, and then these fog plume devices, all this different stuff. Yeah. So there's a lot of things that people don't appreciate that goes into like a band that, you know, has all of that stuff. It takes time, and you just want to make sure when you are ready to go, you are ready to go, and first impressions matter. So,
well, and on top of that, I mean, we've experienced some pretty gnarly like technical difficulties like on stage, and really just kind of like, you know, like how do we get past that, right? Yeah, and we figured that out, and we did really well with that. Like, you know, just trying to fix problems on the fly, which I think we did.
Hey, they say bigger show, bigger problems, right? Like,
Yeah.
like if you guys just were doing no clicks, no wireless, no anything, you know. But I really love that you guys are putting in the work. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
thank you.
Yeah. So before we get into Spellbound and we end the interview, can I ask you guys 3 really fun questions? But we have to go 1, 2, 3 really fast.
Sure.
Okay.
All right. We're gonna start on Samantha. Samantha, if you could pick any weapon to destroy the zombie horde, it can't be the cure or a nuke. Your house is getting attacked. You have to protect your wife. You can summon any weapon into your hand. It could be from a video game. It could be mythical. It could be from now. What is your one weapon?
I don't know if this is cheating, but I'd be a fucking mage and just fireball.
Fireball.
That's
Okay.
what I'm going
I like
with.
watch that.
Magic.
Yeah, if I could just, you said anything, Omar, so I'm just running with it. If I could just like develop mage powers,
Witchcraft.
and if I can't, if that's not allowed, then
Oh no, I know. I said I did a lot. I said you dropped the F bomb.
Oh
No, but that sounds good. I would know. That sounds awesome. No, I would. Same here. I would turn into like Raiden or something, you know, and just be like.
Oh yeah, Raiden. Totally.
Yeah. All right, Matt. Same question to you. Zombie apocalypse. You could have any weapon to destroy the zombie horde. What is your one weapon?
I'm gonna be Sub-Zero
Sweet.
from Mortal
I like
Kombat.
it.
Yep.
Dude, if I was
Why not?
Sub-Zero, I would just I'd make all the zombies slip the whole time. I wouldn't even freeze them. You know,
Yeah.
like they just freeze the floor.
I mean, you got a Mortal Kombat 1 fatality where you rip the head off and then there's the spine. That's pretty brutal. Otherwise, if I can't do that, I'll be like Daryl from Walking Dead, or I'll have a katana like Michonne. Is it Michonne? Yeah.
Sweet.
That might be good.
Like, you know, and katana is actually the number one most said answer on out of my 400 interviews.
Oh, really?
So,
or lightsaber.
yeah. All right, Matt. Not Matt. Victor. Same question for you, brother. Zombie apocalypse. One weapon to destroy the zombie horde. What is your one weapon?
I'm a huge Bruce Campbell Evil Dead fan, so a chainsaw is definitely up close and personal for me.
I like it. All right, Victor. Now we're starting up on you, man. What is one band or artist that you listen to that is furthest away from the sound of your band?
I'm a big fan of Muse. I love
Sweet.
Muse. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I love the Killers. All right, Matt. Same question. What is one band you listen to that's furthest away from the sound of your band?
I love soul music. Teddy Swim is really good. Marcus King. I love Billy Strings. And I honestly love any kind of like old school country, like, you know, Willie Nelson, any of that stuff. That's my jam.
I like it. Samantha, same question.
Kind of similar. I mean, if I pick a band that's just completely opposite from us that I really love, I learned about them through my wife, is Alison Krauss and the Union Station.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I like it. All right. Well, one final question, and we're going to start on Matt this time. What is If there was any band your band can tour with, what is that one band you'd want to tour with?
I think Ghost.
Ghost?
Yeah.
Rats. All right, Samantha, same question for you.
Man, it's hard for me to not be selfish and just be like Nightwish. And if they somehow
I love
brought
Nightwish.
Taya back, if
Yeah,
Taya
okay.
was there, I'll be. I mean, Floor's also
love
great.
Floor.
The Floor is
Oh, hey, we're
really,
not here
really
to put
good.
down
I
Floor,
think it's just
okay?
Taya was like who broke the seal for me.
Sure.
You know, where I was just like,
Hey, let's not forget about Annette though. Annette was awesome
Annette,
too.
Yeah.
Dude.
I love Annette.
Dude, I'm a huge
all-
Nightwish fan. I got vinyls and stuff.
Yeah.
I actually got to do photography for Floor in her solar project in Germany
Nice.
last year, and that was it. Was, you know what's crazy? I kept smiling at her because I'm a reactor too, and I've done like 100 videos on Floor alone, and I was just smiling the whole time, going, "Can you recognize me?" No.
Notice me. I'm gonna break
All right,
the rule.
and now we got Mr. Victor.
Yeah, I'm gonna break the rules here. Crypta, Nervosa, or Septic Flesh.
Cool. No, I love Crypta and Nervosa. I've actually interviewed all three of those bands.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
so rad.
Yeah, that's insane. Yeah. But dude, all right, we're gonna get into Spellbreaker. Give us a quick description to the fans out there that are listening to this right now.
well, you kind of got a bit of a preview earlier. The inspiration struck when Matt and I were driving back, and he mentioned my bad luck and said, "You need a Spellbreaker." And then I went home and wrote the lyrics. But more of the backstory behind Spellbreaker was years ago. I was in a laundromat, and there was a quite mentally unwell person in there who was screaming in the back of my head for like an hour, just like, and then he would like run across the room, pull some laundry out, and then like look at me, and then he'd run back and he'd grab this notebook and scribble, look at me, and then scream some more. And he went outside and with his notebook still staring at me, lit it all on fire.
Wow.
And then anyway, when that was all said and done, my wife picked me up and we were driving home, and I am like not an like I very rarely start fights, and I was not myself. I was being quite unpleasant to her, and she was like, "I think that dude literally put a curse on you."
Mm.
And so I always joke that since that day, all of the bad luck I've had was because a curse was put on me in a laundromat on Hawthorne.
I love it. Samantha, Matt, Victor, thank you so much. Nocteris.
Thank you.
Thank you.